Hello!
Good evening.
We had a last minute change of plans, so there was some readjusting happening.
And my mom may be coming through because, well, we've got announcements tonight.
Look, you got foamy and it's not a squirrel.
It is still my Lord and Master. See, and perfect for Reese.
Alright, so thank you again to Martia's Muses for tonight's ambiance. The link is in the description. And thank you as well to Rip Reptiles for ongoing providing of printing materials.
Thank you to Thomas for tonight's Heroes Feast.
Aye. What a grand feast it was.
Yeah, they're not really going to see a lot of eating on camera because we've already, went through it and fucked it all up, so yeah.
Yeah, everybody got here early tonight, so we kind of mount. But this is totally a mint chocolate chip root beer floating in a mason jar.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
It's a root beer floating in a mason jar. It's the right size. It works.
Right?
Okay, other things. We do have one other announcement on things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a your announcement, Pudgy.
My announcement? There's no my announcement.
Yeah, there is.
No.
I will announce it for you if you don't.
Fine, I'll announce it. Damn. Why y'all gotta be peer pressure and shit? Anyway.
Because we love you.
So, tonight will be my last show here. We're going to try and figure out a way for me to stream into the campaign because coming Saturday, I am leaving to go back to the East Coast for a period of time. And because I'm going to be out there, I can't participate, in person in game. But we're going to try and figure out a way for me to stream and be a part of the D&D campaign since I'm out there. I have all the materials and stuff out there that I'm going to need for my characters. So hopefully everything will work out. We can figure out a way for me to, come into the game through that channel. Also, since John got me Starfield, I've been playing the ever-living shit out of my main character. There's a couple of things on my character that I really don't like, so I might delete this character and go and play through with another character. But sometime within, I'd say probably the next couple of days to next week, I will more than likely be streaming some of my games.
Nice.
Just because, by some of my games, I mean Starfield. Since I had to delete all my other games off of my computer, since my computer is, I would say it's messed up, but it's not really messed up. It was designed for gaming, so it's got multiple video cards, a high amount of RAM, a high processor, but it's got a very low dookie solid state drive, so I can't really put a lot of stuff on there. And other than the apps it came with, it can only hold about maybe 125 gigabytes worth of games, and Starfield is 116.8. So
Got it. Don't get you the deluxe edition then, because that'll expand it out another 48 megs.
48 megs isn't going to be a big deal, but the
I'm not sure which.
yeah, as long as it's not like 48 gigs, I should be all right. I might have to delete some of the stuff I don't use on there, like Paint.
Crit is better.
Well, I won't. So I have GIMP on there, and I won't delete my GIMP.
Oh yeah, GIMP. I use GIMP Krita versus Illustrator Photoshop. It's the same thing, only freeware.
Mm-hmm.
But on that announcement, back to Naya.
Oh, and this is not supposed to be a long-term kapoof of the Pudgy.
That's why I said temporarily.
Yeah. He will be rejoining our table somewhere around after January 12th.
Yep.
In person, where we can hug him and stuff him full of food and get him stuff.
Also, that also goes the same thing with the broadcast on Thursdays. I'm not going to be here to participate in the broadcast, so there may end up being a new host at some point, or it might just become, a John and Anaya show.
That's okay, we can keep cranking out the content.
Actually, you know what I think would be really cool, to be honest with you? I think it'd be really cool to have Maylene come in and be your host.
I would love that. My child must child appropriately first.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe use it as a reward system. If you're good, you get to be the one that asks the questions. Use it as a reward system.
Maybe. Maybe. Let's hit some other milestones with them first.
Right. Right. But yeah, so Thursday will be my last broadcast podcast. Unless we can figure out, some way to do the stream as well where, I'm in there asking questions from afar.
Otherwise, by all means, anytime you see Pudgy live streaming Starfield, stop in, say hello, harass him, talk to him in the chats.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna see some comical shit. Like this really doesn't have anything to do with D&D, but recently with Starfield, I got mad because I got stuck on a ship, could not find the exit at all for 2-3 hours, just running through trying to find how to get off this damn ship.
Yeah.
So when nobody was paying attention, I stole one of their guns, and that was my trophy for getting off the ship. Otherwise, I was just going to kill every single person on the ship and laugh while doing it.
Blow it up from space once you finally get off of it.
Oh, dude, I had so many Inferno grenades, I was going to fuck everybody up. Fire, whiteouts, the works. It was just going to be whoo! Flame on! Everybody die! Nothing like people catching on fire and screaming.
Alright, so that should cover all the bases and things and stuff. Other than please check the polls that are in the community. We do have one vote for Pathfinder 2.0 for other things to run one-shot event or one-shots on other systems.
Mm-hmm.
Votes for lots.
So, with that being the case, Pathfinder, I personally wasn't a huge fan of Pathfinder. Just because making my character, when we did the transition with Wisp, it was so hard for me to find something that portrayed Wisp in the same way D&D did.
Mm-hmm.
So it was super complicated for me. It was really annoying. But other than that, the mechanics were awesome for space.
Yeah. I definitely like
Also,
Starfinder.
there's the L5R system, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm really willing to write one-shots for all kinds of shit.
I wouldn't mind doing a TMNT. But only if I'm Donatello.
Oh, that's just it. TMNT, you're a mutant. You want to be a turtle, you can be a turtle, but you could be anything. You could be a mutant squirrel.
That's cool, because I was just thinking that you're the master splinter of the squirrel world.
Name yourself Fummy.
First I thought you were crazy. Now I'm gonna make you nuts.
That would be an entertaining way to do a Rifts campaign. DB squirrels take over, cut Chi-Town. Dragon juice or swallow.
It's good, man.
Anyway.
I had my mouth closed for more than half of it.
Did you get any on you?
No, but it did taste like JoJo. Potato wedges for people who are on the East Coast.
Yeah, out here they call them JoJo's. Where I grew up, a JoJo is a Sunday. I got confused when I first moved out.
Well, today is Sunday.
Yeah.
Where did we leave off at?
I don't even remember.
We were on board ship last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
You had just come back and victoriously hatched a small wormling.
Oh yeah, we hatched the egg.
The lunar dragon. And there was some conflict on board.
We had a discussion with Bertha.
Yep. And you fought some fish. You got swarmed by some goldfish.
Oh yeah, we went galactic goldfish.
And then you got the attention of some space sharks,
Oh yeah, that was worth it.
the scavers.
Yeah, by the way, how much meat did we pull off of them?
About 15 pounds of meat between them.
How big were they?
They're huge. Dude, we're in.
Yeah, but you said 15 pounds of meat.
Yeah. They're barely usable.
We need to fuck them up pretty
Most scavers are known for not much of their flesh not being pre-putrefied.
good.
Plus,
Get
we
about
did,
15
plus
pounds
we
of
did kind of
good
do
meat.
a little bit of destruction on them, so.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, then again, Tasha's hideous laughter is also something our crew knows how to use, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I threw void scabbers at you, so they've got just a little bit of usable meat.
That explains it. Okay. So, yeah, with all of that, we had stopped right after we filleted the fish.
Yep.
Well, that one, to be technical, I kind of filleted on my own. I mean, I did kind of run the blade the whole way through from head to tail and just kind of,
Yeah, that one was spiral cut.
yeah, it was a good ham.
Yeah. All the wonderful. All the wonderful. Now today, it has been a good couple of days since then. You are all well rested.
Sucks to be you.
I'm sure about that.
Yeah. Most days.
I need another.
Just so you know, I'm keeping my my phone on my lap, Anaya, in
Yep.
case if Mom messes.
Yep, I figured as much.
I just figured I'd give you a heads up.
Yeah, there might be a quick pause at some point because Pudgy and I's mutual parenting unit, he is my foster sibling, is coming by with a good luck on your trip gift.
Yep,
Which book are you looking for?
this one.
Okay, I was gonna say if you don't know, I'm pretty sure I might.
Oh yeah, start folding up the maps when we're done.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, speaking of the mama, she is here.
Since
Just
we
now
haven't
got
started,
text.
do we want to take a quick 5?
We're gonna take a quick 5 minutes. We do apologize.
We did just say there might be a quick pause when Mom gets here.
Apparently the mom just pulled up.
Alright.
Oh shit! Sorry.
I mean, if she's not doing anything, I can move over on the couch and mom can come in and sit in and hang out. She's probably better company than Samantha. I don't care. It's my mom.
And we're back. That took a little longer than anticipated.
Okay, easiest way to explain this. I have a very wonderful Irish German mother who will talk your ear off in such a manner that you're willing to put things on pause. One of these days, I might try and coerce her into sitting in and coming over to hang out for an evening.
Right.
I just have to watch the
No.
pot smoking.
Well, if you get enough heads up on that, I will make a nice Irish dinner and bring it over.
Okay, now I've really got to bribe Mom into coming over and hanging out for that. What? I just want a nice Irish dinner, I ain't gonna lie. I'm easily bribed, man, for food. Y'all might be big guys. I eats like one.
I can't even do that anymore. Fucking bullshit. Although in 2 weeks I go get my teeth so I can eat food and, you know, stop eating peanut butter and protein shakes. So like my stomach has shrunk so much that I barely ate 4 cups worth of food, and I'm like stuffed and fucking sick.
So, no Titanius tonight.
No titanius.
Can I like murder her
It's
To become
it's
captain.
he.
yeah. Today, 2023?
Right.
Can I murder them in my sleep? That works and covers the whole list.
Well, like, I mean, I want to be captain now, so I feel like, whoops, happened.
Well, do keep in mind the player might metagame. So, but,
Making how?
well, he could watch the stream and hear all of this. Ergo, he could go and have out-of-character knowledge that was in character, hence metagaming. But, that being the case, are we ready to actually get the ball rolling since Mom showed up right at the beginning as we were recapping?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
We will probably edit out a large chunk of this. Because there was about 30 minutes of Mom time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, she is good at catching your attention, though, isn't she?
She grew up raising everybody's kids that nobody wanted to hang out at their house. All of the miscreants and deviants hung out in my mom's basement, most of the time playing video games, playing Dungeons and Dragons, smoking pot, and drinking beer. Yeah, we were such delinquents. That's actually what we were doing. We were playing RPGs and video games, drinking beer, hanging out, and watching movies. That's it.
Yeah, most of the time we drank PBR or Bush because it was the cheap version of PBR.
And we had a friend who was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
All right, Larice, I need a perception check.
Oh, Jesus fuck nuts.
Ooh.
It's not a 1, that's good news. 14.
14, fantastic. As you finish, grabbing your concoction for the morning and getting going and getting into your lab, past the window of your lab, you see the door to the spelljamming hand fly. With a almost deafening crash at the other end. And a heck of a ruckus coming from the spelljamming helm.
Oh dear, fuck all who pissed her off before coffee. Start making my way there.
Doesn't take you long. She's not far from your lab. A few steps out of your laboratory, and there is a behemoth of a man wearing an Aesoka's symbol, laying flayed on the ground.
Flayed, like skinless.
Yes, with a very burning hot meridian in. You've never seen this woman out of her bulky, ship-doing garb. But right now, she is in what you would consider skivvies. She's in her morning corset and a little bit of armor around her hips, and she is gleaming with fire. Sunbeams and leaves and vines just draped over her shoulders. This is a golden goddess of a woman.
Walk over to her, obviously, in a bed. Take my morning decoction. Mint chocolate?
I tips it back and I'd shout at him, but he's dead.
Alright, well, we need to go find the others, those who we can. We should talk about what the fuck happened. This is autopilot, right?
Oh, aye.
Alright, come on. You have any idea where they're at? The ship and I have an agreement. It doesn't try to attach to my head and I don't make it implode when I use my morning rituals.
Alright. And that brings us to Antec, and I need your character's name again.
Kona.
Kona.
Kona Cafe.
Kona.
Kona Cafe.
Antec. Where are you?
Excuse me.
I am probably, knowing me, I'm probably in the main area that has food, just, kind of eating. But I probably would have heard, like, the ruckus, and I would go to investigate. Because, being security, that's kind of my job there.
Alright, as you head down the corridor, it doesn't take you long either. You come across an absolute behemoth of a creature. Man, mostly. Flayed. There's skin is laying everywhere. This man has been cut from one side to the other. And Larice and Meridian sitting there with Meridian, literally, as I described before, just gleaming with fire.
I'm probably just going to look over at Larice and be like, you guys want me to remove this and take it to the lab again?
Actually, Antec, probably want to leave him here for right now.
As you look down, you see the telltale, and as you are an Illwood resident, local,
Yeah.
you see the symbol of Aesoka in this man's armor,
Okay.
and in a pendant around his neck.
The crazy goddess that we blew up.
I'm going to snap the pendant off his neck and just put it in my pocket.
Alright, where are you?
Probably in my lab.
So not far away. You hear the crash.
Pick up Louie.
I'm gonna poke my head out the door.
You are just around the corner, but even you can see Meridian's light
Shiny.
as it reflects off the wooden walls.
Must be a pencil.
I'm
She's
gonna
in her summer season.
At the moment.
Can you toss me a pencil? There should be a pencil.
There was one right here.
There was one on the couch right there.
That's what I'm saying. There was a yellow one here a minute ago.
Something needed.
Listen to me.
I don't have a tampon behind my ear, so that's good news.
I'm gonna yell out, is everybody
Found a
dead?
pen.
And am I needed?
From what you can tell, only one person has died.
Well,
Am I needed?
maybe.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Okay.
From here, where did the three of you go?
Well,
How many was your kid?
we've got a body. Look over. How did he get in?
Don't know. Pulled open the door. I fixed him.
The rest of us are synced with the ship, right? Except for her. You, right?
Yeah.
The
I'm
mind
not
sync with the
synced
ship
with
is an
either.
optional choice.
It became optional right about the time that Larissa actually uses Psychic Mind as a spell every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what it means is that when they use a psychic attack on or a psionic attack on you, it backlashes and does like 6d12 damage to them or something
Yep.
instead.
Which why we can access the ship and see if there's any vulnerabilities. Like you can do like a self-awareness check.
Well, so he was in this room, or he pulled open your bulkhead the bulkhead door that you just
Just
flung
a few
across.
moments ago.
It was him that flew it across the room.
Aye. He ran into the traps. Your doors do the same thing if they're opened with force.
Got it. And I get pissed off at your door.
Oh, that explains what happened the one bar day. Drunk and half asleep.
This
Went to
ship's
open the
been
bar
attacked more
door.
than once.
Yeah, went to open the bar door. It was closed. So I slammed on it.
That does explain that.
Woke up in the infirmary.
Are there?
I thought I just
Where are
did
his
too much.
clothes?
Where is clothes?
Where are his clothes?
His clothes are laying sliced and strewn nearby.
I'm going to go looking for pockets.
There's a few that weren't scorched by Meridian's response.
Cool, I'm gonna roll his pockets.
Cool. In his pockets, you do find 15 gold. Quick traveling purse.
Yeah.
You find 15 gold. You find another emblem of Aesoka, and you find a small ID card.
And okay, so reading over the ID card.
Like,
What's on it?
On it, it's...
Can I read it? There's the better question.
Oh yes, you can read it. It's in common. Gives a... You can tell this is definitely not his birth name, because it's a number.
What's the number?
The number is 18401.
18,401.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it's a clone. Clone Wars all over again.
It's got a picture of what his face looked like before it was lacerated.
How'd he look?
He looks mostly like a combination of bugbear and half-orc.
No, he just looks like Leatherface.
And he appears to have been about 50 years old and had the rank of cleric.
Oh, lovely. He was a cleric.
Now he's a Butterface. Everything looks better but its face.
Hold on, I'm working on something.
he's like dead, yeah. He's not like dying.
No, he is. This creature no longer draws breath.
He's not gonna pop back up and dead or anything. Like anything.
Okay, what are we close to right now?
Well, right now you're in the hallway outside your laboratory, very close to the corpse of Aesoka.
No, I mean in the other than just the what's like geographically speaking on the astral plane that we know about. What are we close to?
Your closest planet would be the one you just left, Castroval. Other than that, there's a couple of microplanets nearby.
Cool. So taking the 15 gold out of his pocket, the value of the coin purse at roughly 2 coppers, and I'm going to strip all of the meat off of his arm from about here down for about 25 gold worth of bone. And I'm going to use him to cast augury and find out if we'll get good results by going back to Casterville and investigating these bastards. Or to see what we'll learn.
Augury gives you a vision, yes?
Hold on. Specially marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens worth at least 25 gold, so...
Yeah, it gives you a vision, yes?
Casting inlaid sticks, rolling bone. You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. I'm planning on setting course to Casterville. or convincing them to set course to Casterville and find good reason.
Alright.
The result, the DM chooses from the following possible omens. Wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results,
Okay.
and nothing for results that
It's
I'm
a bone
especially-
caster.
Yeah.
Alright. It lands closer to wheel, but very much still in the middle between the two. Like, it's trying to tip to good results because powers that be very much believe you can handle it. But it wouldn't be a pleasant experience.
looking into this will end up being more of a good than a bad, guys.
Give me a religion check real quick.
All of it?
Because that's about the closest I'm gonna be able to approximate this.
Yeah, I'm proficient in that.
Yeah.
16.
Alright. Given your intimate connection with Hecate, you do get a few sharp, short visuals of cultists back on Castrovel preparing themselves to cast your way. Fixing ragtag spaceships that would carry one or two of them at a time. Definitely not trying to look like a horde of cultists making their way here.
Okay, so, guys, they're gonna come one or two at a time. And whittle us down.
Okay.
I've been to Castrovel, right?
Yeah, that's where you guys just came from.
How many addresses do I have there for teleportation circles?
There are 3 in the main city.
Perfect. You know how I've been like working on that permanent teleportation circle in the ship?
Yep.
We need to dock the ship here, and we need to go back to Castrovel at the same time. Have the crew fortify, because we can just come back through the portal.
I'm gonna need to hand off my helm to somebody for a bit, won't I?
Actually, we need you here to batten down the hatches, so to speak. Whatever you did to that door, do it 300 yards off of Aesoka.
That'll take me a month or 2. But I
Well,
can get
they're
it
going to
done.
be coming one or two at a time, so you'll have plenty of scrap to use for construction. And if you can put them to work on starting to turn this place into a resort, that'd be appreciated.
I mean, the construction crews arrived just the other day,
I think so.
And so, yeah, I can get them to work and get some magical defenses up in no time.
Right, just make sure that they don't block my, Oh, and the ship's going to be mad about this, but there's a section of planking with a permanent circle of teleportation carved into it.
Mhm.
I need that put into a breathable chamber inside of Ahsoka's head.
Alright.
Needs to be roughly big enough for me to have a nice little pigeonhole. Behind her left eye would be perfect.
Presses her hand into the wall, and the plank materializes at her feet.
You know that's a...
Yeah. It's taking up most of the floor of the hallway. This one.
Yeah, that's my permanent address here.
Oh, perfect. I'll set it up in a safe space inside her head later today.
Great. So, everybody have what they need.
I always have what I need.
Yeah, that's true. You've got an axe and muscles. That's all you really need. It's disgusting, but true. I mean, where's Bertha?
I have me and a temper to roll with it. I'm good.
Wait, there's that little gold dragon that we hatched too, isn't there?
Aye. And she's looking up at you right about now from inside your lab, like,
Field trip.
ears. The little ears on the side just perk right up.
You have a choice to make, little one. Either you can stay here and help fortify our home and cave against the oncoming invasion of wingnuts, or you can tag along with us. We're going back to Castrovel to deal with the majority of the wingnuts. Hopefully, peacefully would be my preference, but Kona, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that Antec's down to just bash skulls at this point.
I'm gonna run back to my gentle little toy.
Your little dragon will not leave your side at this point. Like, you aren't leaving me behind. Meridian does ask for a small piece of flesh or blood from each of you just to guarantee that her magical barrier will not incinerate you when you return. A feather, some hair, or a little pinprick of blood.
One moment. I'm going to sit down and write out a magical contract
Mm-hmm.
and sign it and thumbprint it. That basically breaks down to if any of these pieces are used for any other purpose, the person using them will forfeit all rights to existence.
Mm-hmm. And she has absolutely no problem with this.
You know, cover thy ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep, drops everything into the same little vial, seals it up nicely, and pockets it.
I'm
If
just
anybody
gonna.
gets a hold of that, you better be dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna. Do
They'd
the-
have to touch me first.
You're gonna what now?
I'm just gonna do the Antec thing, where I'm just gonna kind of reach over on the side of my neck and be like, pop off the scale and hand it to you.
You know, they'd have to be dead to touch it. Or I'd have to be dead for them to touch it. They'd have to get to me first.
That thing.
And when I get angry, I burn hotter than the hottest of the suns.
That must really suck for your love life.
Oh, quite. Why do you think I'm alone?
You're not alone. You have the ship,
It's made of wood.
man. The ship and her do well together.
We are partners, not lovers.
Exactly. They do well together.
Isn't Antec fireproof?
No.
Mostly.
Mostly. I have some fire resistance, but I'm mainly resistant to acid.
He would have made a terrible hippie.
Yeah. And I've already flirted with Martia, and well, it wasn't really flirting. It was just me trying to talk to them. They took it as flirting, and then tried to get really feisty, and it didn't work out.
I'll fork up some blood.
And she just quick little prick and onto literally a piece of paper that goes in the same vial. This is going to go in the center of my spell to make sure that you guys have a key in.
To make sure that there's a way for us to open a way in and out so we can have guests once the resort's running.
Oh, aye, the protections are temporary until we get more fortified protections up.
Alright.
This is just to keep the wingnuts out while you're handling what you need to handle, love. We don't
Perfect.
really need anybody else
It
coming in
won't
right
affect
now.
any of the life that's already on
No.
Aesoka, right? Okay,
Nope.
cool. I just wanted to double check because the lunar dragon mama and the babies.
Nope, if you're on when the spell is cast, it will recognize you coming back and forth.
Yeah, we did kind of recruit them into our employ there. Dragon run and operated.
Right.
Oh well.
I don't know if your little dragon coming along for the adventure is a good thing or a bad thing.
We'll find out.
Well, typically I tend to be more aggressive and more protective of the dragons, so it could be good and it could be really bad.
I'm trying to sleep.
And Bertha, in her human form, approaches, having heard the same commotion. Now what's all this?
Your boyfriend got mad.
1, 2, 3. Well, that guy got dumped. We're going to Casterville. This is getting fortified. This one's decided that they're coming with me.
Can I sneak off and go become captain?
Not at this current juncture.
We're not sure where Titanius has gotten off to. Probably found a good construction worker somewhere. Who knows? I mean, 0G Nookie. Imagine the positions.
Yeah, but yeah, like
But anyways, we're gonna go on an adventure. Do you want to go with us?
Why not?
I was just stating that, I am overly protective over dragons, so I'm not sure if it's a good idea or a bad idea for the little one to come along.
Well, it doesn't look like the little one's given Larice there any choice in the matter.
No, I gave her a choice in the matter. She could help fortify things here and roast them in ones and twos, or tag along while we deal with the bulk of the bullshit. And then I look over at her. I thought gold dragons were supposed to be the smartest of your kind.
At about this point, your little baby lunar dragon chomps into your leg like, you're not going anywhere without me.
Think it has
Little
separation.
nubbin teeth barely even getting a grip on the flesh of your talons.
Right? Like, no.
Just-
Someone has attachment disorder.
Right.
Lunar dragons are extremely maternal.
Dear God.
Well, I'm going to my quarters to gear up because I'm pretty sure I just kind of ran out with the most motion. So I'll make sure I got all my equipment on me.
So,
I
random,
look at-
random question. Who here besides me knows Draconic?
Damn it.
Huh?
I was
speak
saying,
Draconic.
who besides me knows
I do.
Draconic? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're all...
I speak Common, Goblin, Abyssal, Draconic, and
Good language.
You're gonna need that
Sylvian.
missile.
Sylvian?
Yeah.
Sylvan, which is Elven.
Yep.
Yeah. This is awesome. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one who could talk with the dragon.
No, we all can.
Yep, and you can hear the leaving coming out of the little one.
Look down. If I don't leave, there will be a lot more messes to clean up.
So we waiting. You gotta cast a spell for the portal
And
thing?
you, from the glare in her eyes, you can definitely tell that what she's meant is you're not leaving me here.
I'm okay with it.
I mean, why should
Continues to chew on your leg.
why should all the other dragons
It
leave
doesn't
and
hurt.
them not have any fun?
I'm okay with it.
Actually,
What's
before we go, Bertha, while we're out, could you keep an extra eye on the little one?
Yes.
Thank you. I just figured I would ask, ahead of time. I know you wouldn't have an issue with it, but I
You,
wanted to
you can
ask.
kind of tell that she hasn't quite shaken the idea that that's her hatchling.
Yeah, I know.
That's the broken egg, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, there is a deeply maternal fire in her eyes regarding the little one.
Look over at Bertha.
But it's quieter than it was in the cave.
Yeah, I look over at Bertha and I raise a brow and I motion for because it's a literal hatchling, so they're this big. I look.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, while you're still small enough, you can ride with me. I can only take 6, so that's it.
1, 2, 3. We're at 5 right now, right?
Plus the baby lunar dragon.
No, I
is
counted
6.
that. So there's the 3.
There's
of
also a
us.
little gold one that's running around.
We
Yeah.
require a second one.
No, we had the egg forever.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
hatched it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now we got the lunar.
Yeah, it's the only one we got is the lunar.
Okay, we only have the lunar. That's right.
So
Yeah.
lunar and Bertha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Five.
that's 5
That's
of us.
5.
I think will be enough.
5 will be plenty. Besides, we might need 6 so we can bring back a hostage. I mean, someone to interrogate. I mean, a bargaining chip? That one.
I mean, that works.
It's always good to have insurance.
Nationwide is on your side.
Blackmail and bribes are on your side.
So
More
off
accurate.
Castravel.
So,
Insurance is
Do you have to cast this, like, what, so?
I'm going to ritually cast the teleportation circle so it won't even burn a fucking spell slot.
Yep.
Insurance is best with warranty.
So, you said I had 3 options for delivery point. What are they?
The east side slum of the main city.
Okay.
The northern religious district, and the military docks.
Alright, so, do we want to start at the military docks? Do we want to drop out in the slums? Or what was the third one?
The Northern Religious District.
Or do we want to start drop out stuff with all the churches in the Northern Religious District?
Which is the military docks closest to the religious district, or is it this?
It's pretty well set triangle. The city's kind of
I don't
built
want
around the
personally.
entrance
I wouldn't want to drop right into the religious district because we have a religious fanatic right here on the floor, so close, but not in the middle. Is my recommendation. What do you guys think? Antec.
I need a history check.
History check.
Yeah.
From everybody, or
Just from you, because you guys would know that Aesoka was the child of the ruling deities of the planet. I need to know if you know that.
I just want to go where all the wild things are.
Oh, you're gonna find wild things.
I like killing.
Ow.
You're gonna find wild things.
I like killing.
Wow.
Got 17.
Cool. You very much know that the goddess you guys are hollowing out here in space and the symbols that you've seen belong to Aesoka, the daughter of the ruling deities of
So,
Oh, it's
her
alright.
cult would be considered a rival cult.
it wouldn't be popular. We
Well,
Populous, maybe not popular.
it'd be more underground than not.
there
Yep.
would be a very heavy insurgent presence.
And we could drop right in the middle. I mean, then technically, the religious district would be the safest place to drop in at, if it's primarily by other deities.
And the other, and her parents do consider you favored guests.
Oh, that's true. Her dad really likes me. Her mom, not so much. She was kind of appalled. But her dad and I have a similar sense of humor.
Bananas.
And pajamas.
That's nasty.
Did you have another slice of pie?
No, I did not.
I'll probably have something like that.
Like 5 little bananas on top of my pie was quite enough, and just that little piece of pie I ate.
So,
Religious district, just jump right in there. Antec, what's your thoughts?
I vote we go to. I mean, the best way to get the answers would be to go to the religious district.
that's true, and worst case comes to worst, I'm sure that there's a temple of Hecate somewhere there. We can always take Harper there. I am a priestess to her, technically.
Alright,
And just warning you, she's not what they call a good goddess. Good God is not what I worship. I'm not evil, my goddess is.
Sorry.
Even she isn't classically evil.
She's considered lawful evil.
Mhm. She's evil. She's just not classic evil.
Yeah.
Alright.
Classy evil.
How long does it take him to cast her?
Oh,
to cast
not
this?
very long.
It's a minute to cast it ritually.
Yep.
Like, so draw it out. Religious district it is. Make sure to change the proper runes into the inscriptions so that it'll deliver us where we need to go. And poof.
Who's going first?
Poof.
No, I mean it's around around the 6 of us. I just on the circle and kapookie.
Oh, okay.
You materialize, for lack of much of a better word, right there in the center of the teleportation pad there in the religious district. The citadels are rising up in their gilded glory. The sunlight is casting on them just like any perfect
I
golden
might
hour
be about
would.
to shoot myself in the face.
And a priest, Kotiro, Aesoka's father, is standing there looking. Oh, hi.
You might want to check something first. There's a problem with teleportation. I just remembered it after I did that.
gonna give you your success on this one, but thank you.
Yeah, it's like teleportation's an interesting spell.
Yeah, I'm
Weird
saying.
shit can happen. You can end up in a different, in some place completely similar, not where you were trying to be.
Yep.
All the dimensions. The multiverse. Wait.
Are you okay?
Finger spasms.
Ah.
Like, these fingers are literally locked in place.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna like that.
Right? The bad part is it starts off at my elbows and goes all the way into my fingers.
Hey, you gotta keep it
Ouch.
warm, man. You gotta have it warm.
Right?
You
I mean,
do
I
see
can
a priest
hold.
Kotiro, Aesoka's father, standing near the teleportation pad. I wasn't expecting any guests today. Hello.
Hi.
Look of recognition of, I know who you are.
Just reach out into my pouches and pull out the symbol of Aesoka I found on the body. Still probably dripping with burnt viscera. We have a problem.
That's your priest.
The Braxat.
Yep. All of the priests are Braxons.
Look, we have a problem.
Oh, I thought we had them contained.
One or two at a time, they're putting together ships. They're really mad at us for killing their god. Though I did hear this bard singing a wonderful song on the rock the other day. It was, "Your god is dead, and no one cares. If there's a hell, I'll see you there."
When you say contained, what do you mean by that?
Well, not horribly long after your departure, there was a bit of an upheaval here.
Uh-huh.
Actually, was surprised to see you off, as I believe two of your own went missing in that upheaval.
They left a note.
Oh, good. Then we won't worry about finding them. But several members of the royal family are missing. And we've mostly managed to contain the more aggressive aspects of this foundling cult.
Well, they're more than foundling. There's quite a few of them.
About 23,000 of them on a planet of hundreds of millions of people. They're foundling on our standards.
Fair. You know, and I was thinking maybe I would allow people to worship Aesoka on my resort. I was even going to put a temple right at her sphincter for them. She shit on her worshippers in life. I figured they'd want to be in her ass for death.
Oh, I can see why Kotiro likes you.
Yeah, he'll have a very nice permanent penthouse suite behind her right eye. He was elated. His wife was pissed, but he was elated.
Oh, mothers and daughters, you know.
If mothers are like daughters, then he should get a divorce.
Oh, she's not at all like her mother. But her mother is a very, serious woman.
Special.
Okay, well, that's great. So, are we sure that the members of the royal family aren't members of the cult?
Quite as everyone else can report that they went missing from their beds.
Any sign of forced entry or exit?
Quite a lot.
Any blood?
Very little.
Whose?
From what we can tell, theirs.
So we've got a bunch of missing royals. Ooh, yay, missing aristocrats. Not really caring much about that. But we do have a buttload of, like, 23,000 cultists.
And I got a new toy.
Well, knowing you and Kotero, there is a rather large bounty of credits available for the market as, I want to say, a reward for the return of the royals, but more it's a bounty for those who took them.
How much is the current bounty?
The current bounty is 845,000 credits.
Hold on, I need to do some math. And I'm not doing this math on paper. So, you said that there were 23,000 then. How many credits did you say there were?
845,000.
And there are 23,000 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a rough estimate or an exact number?
Rough estimate.
Cool. So, if you're lowballing it, you'll save money. But if you pay me 35 credits per symbol of Aesoka we bring you, or convert it into material round gold for us, it's just easier to work and everybody takes gold. 37 per symbol of Aesoka's. I figure if we kill every bloodstained symbol of Aesoka, and the blood has to be different. You're welcome to test it. We wouldn't want to be dishonest in our bounty hunting, now would we, gents?
I mean,
If you like kill like 2 at a time, you're gonna get like bloodstains of both at once. I feel like
the symbol of Kotero
oddly
around this
specific.
creature's neck lights up.
Well, if it's any help, what we can do is we can take this nice dagger right here, and we can just pry open their chest piece, dip it into their heart, and then pocket it, and then I promise you that we'd only have one person's blood on it in any multitude.
Okay.
You know, it seems Kotero's quite happy with this arrangement. I'm going to give you the go-ahead.
So we can go hunt
Ooh.
cultists now. We just have to make sure to leave the bodies intact enough to spatter their symbols with blood. Or charred pieces of them.
I feel like I need some small, innocuous pieces of random shit.
So, you agreed to gold, right?
Gold or credits as per your decision later on.
Here you go. That'll be 35 gold, please. Perfect. Cool. Go find your bits and bobs.
Alright. I'm gonna go. I need to find.
There's a thriving marketplace here.
Yeah, blacksmith.
You find an entire corridor of blacksmiths.
What are you looking for?
I'm gonna go up to one of them. I don't care which one. Not picky. At this point, I just want like his little waste bucket.
A waste bucket.
Like like knock off pieces, grind off pieces. It's just
Okay. Just,
random pieces of metal bits.
that'll be 2 gold.
Give him 2 gold, and I'm gonna go around and collect. And I'm gonna collect until I have like 15 pounds.
Of just random smith waste.
Yes.
Bits,
Okay.
bobs, pieces of offcut.
The only thing you pay for is the bucket.
Okay. And then I need to find some black powder.
That would be the armorer's market just down the
How
street.
much black powder do you need?
We've visited this issue before.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because I have
A
some
lot.
black powder.
Yeah, I need like 10 pounds of black powder.
That's it?
That's a cakewalk.
No, I mean I'm not like I'm like 10 pounds.
Well, right now, it's all back on the ship through a teleportation circuit.
True, but I mean it would be a cakewalk for me for.
No, I'm just like 10 pounds, and then while I'm in that part of town, I'm gonna look Or
You should get some phosphorus rocks.
I need to find a bar.
You should get some phosphorus
Bars are
rocks.
quite near the market district.
Go over and buy bottles. Any type of wide, like mason jar, moonshiny type bottles.
Right next to the haberdashery.
How are you carrying all this?
I'm all
Right?
I have a bag. I'm not collecting a whole lot of shit. I can carry the buckets. The bag is for just, got it.
Okay.
And then, once I get everything, I'm going to go find a little safe place outside of traffic. And I'm basically going to make my version of, I'm going to pour, let's see, I'm going to fill the bottle with the metal pieces first. Then I'm going to like do that sand trick. You like put the golf balls in, and you put the gravel in, and you put the sand, and you fill it up. Basically that type of principle with this, and then I'm going to cork it and leave it. I'm going to build this, I'd say I grab 20 bottles. I feel like that should be enough, and I'm going to do 20 bottles like that.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Does the metal spark on collisions?
That is sleight of hand. What is? Ooh, I got 17.
Everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, that wasn't even a complex.
It was a DC 10.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go find them and I'm ready to go.
Jingling all the way, as it were.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you need phosphorus rocks?
Don't need that.
Damn it, I mentioned it like 4 times.
I don't need that.
You might not, but I could.
My man's was hyper focusing.
No, like I have I have an experimental blunderbuss that shoots 3 different types of ammo.
Yeah, you were trying to use it on the ship before. Yeah.
That poor bird. There wasn't a seat left.
We don't. Oh, son of a bitch! We don't have a rope, do
We don't have
Nope.
what?
No, you don't currently
No.
have a rogue.
we? We hire
I
one?
believe you have a sorceress cleric,
What do you need a rope for?
a barbarian, and yourself.
We're talking about this.
And 2 dragons.
What do you need a rope for?
Well, we're going. We're scout.
I mean, I'm a soldier, so technically I could scout out and see what's going on.
We're heading to that wherever. Where do they give us the direction of where we're going with the possible like we're bountying people?
With the 35 gold, you were handed a map to their last known location.
I can make me invisible. That'll fix it for us needing to get the sneaky done. Greater invisibility is a thing.
Well, I feel like my plan is, or what I'm thinking, is to maximize our bounty slaying. I have these bottles that I just made. They're,
Yeah.
we can sneak them around, and I can set up like bombs.
Well, bodies are easier to search than living people. But that'll make it hard for us to question any of them and find out where they are.
Well, I didn't make like enough to kill everybody, but I made enough.
Why not?
We need someone alive. Like, you said you wanted to interrogate some, so I'm like, if I kill them all.
Damn, I just realized how much money Antec has. Like, he's richer than this.
Yeah, if you made it off of Alewood, you left Alewood rolling in it.
So how long did it take us to get to where they were last known?
About 45 minutes by foot. If you take the local transit, about 15 minutes.
I'm gonna walk it. See what we can hear as we go about the city and the whispers. Like, take back alleys and dingier streets on purpose.
Then it'll take you about an hour and a half.
I mean, technically I could fly and I could get there faster.
Okay, sure. Well, okay, we get it. We get it. You're badass. Okay.
Alright, everyone who's taking the dipping through back alleys and going through the seedier parts of town, roll me a perception check.
So we try to be sneaky.
No.
No,
We're trying to glean information from the crowds.
we need to be
Okay.
sneaky at some point. You
Garlier.
said perception. I got a dirty 20.
Cool.
17. I've literally rolled 8, 9, 10.
Some good buffs.
24.
Okay, show up.
All right.
I got a 19 plus 5.
I got a 3 too.
About 15 minutes into your walk, you catch the glint of something shiny coming from just right here, but further back and down, like someone's waist.
I mean, like someone's waist.
Like something shiny, glinting like a knife right about here.
Okay, I got what
You
you're saying.
catch the glint of what you think may be somebody drawing a weapon.
Alright.
You have heard very hushed whispers about your Godslayer status. Everyone knows who you are.
That's why I'm walking down seedy back alleyways. I want to see what comes out the woodworks.
So how far back am I hearing, or am I seeing this like shiny?
They're within melee range, but just barely, so about 5 feet back.
About 5 feet?
Yep.
I want to kind of like jump up in the air and like land beside them and be like, what are you doing?
I'm stealing your rolling tray for a second.
Walk, jump.
Just so you know, because they were locked eyes on you, they do get advantage on their perception check for where you go and where you land.
That's cool because I can't be surprised, so it's all good.
Yep.
But can you surprise?
Oh yeah, I can surprise, I can intimidate.
Yeah, they're not at all caught off guard by you catching them and jumping up next to them. And as you come down, there is a blade about an inch away from your throat, as per not needing to yet roll to hit.
Okay.
Just, and looking down at you, is a greenish yellow face marked with different black and brown markings, long elf-like spurred ears,
Alright.
and narrowed eyes.
Alright, well since I haven't drawn my weapon yet and they've already pulled theirs on me, I'm just gonna punch them in the face.
Alright. Roll to hit.
Don't pull a weapon on me. I'm a hungry barbarian. I like the taste of your blood. Plus my head. Oh, my head is. Where did I put the hit? Oh, there it is, dude. Wow. So fucked up. 26.
Alright, roll damage.
First punch, where are you? Every time I go to look for a 20, I find you, but when I'm looking for you, I can't find you. Oh, wow. That's just fucking dookie. 8.
Alright. Anybody joining in this little tiff?
Actually, about that.
Cause Yar, roll initiative.
Oh! Hold up. It would be a 11. I didn't realize I got an extra 3 per hit with my punches.
Alright. If you are engaging with this small conflict, roll initiative.
Okay. Natural 20.
As I punch this guy, I'm going to tell him, you should be glad I had my pants on.
I'm staying out of the conflict because I heard that. I'm like, nope. Not gonna get near me. I'm gonna stay right here.
Right, you've already been
Yeah,
hit by.
so-
You've already had some dick on your thighs. You're good.
About the moment that your fist makes contact, you do get to see a little bit of this blood and spittle come away from their face as they disappear from right next to you and reappear, casting their telekinetic bolt. And that would be a 22 to hit.
That would be a meat.
And whoop, whoop. I need one more of these.
I thought I had
Oh, I have one more.
resistance to psychic crap, but apparently I do not.
You have resistance to being charmed and things like that when you're in a rage.
Yeah, but I'm.
But a psychic bolt, I think it's a.
You
Yeah,
take
that's
a
you
projectile.
take 16 points of force damage.
I take what?
16 points of force damage.
Okay.
It is not psychic damage.
They roll higher on initiative.
They met your nat 20.
We're for a total of 21 for me.
You want to write down there?
Yeah, for
Oh,
a
yeah,
total of
you
22
think-
for them.
So then it's my turn.
Well, you got full, just so you remember.
Yeah, but you
Alright.
just
Because we're all
poofed out of one
Appreciate it.
place and just. Excuse you. You weren't my main target when you moved. Just that narrowing of I wasn't after your ass.
I'm sorry, were they talking to me?
Uh huh.
Okay. I just.
But it is Larissa's turn to react.
My reaction is really simple. I'm going to cast telekinesis at them. Well, actually, I'm going to cast telekinesis on their dagger that they had at his throat. To hold on to it, he's going to is it DC 10 at this point?
Anyways, thank you.
I can't see from here.
That is a 17.
So I still have it, but it's not going to jerk out of the
Yep. But since I have that.
But since I have it, I'm going to lift it 30 feet straight up with them holding on to it since they won't let go.
They let go as soon as it starts yanking them up. They're not dumb. Actually, they have quite a high wisdom and intelligence, so.
Who?
That would. What was your initiative roll?
I didn't roll. I'm not getting in the fight, but
Alright.
I want it. So she said, I'm going to ask who they were after.
That's none of your business.
Clearly, you pissed off my buddy. So
To be fair, your buddy stepped into my space.
Is there anybody in our party? Can you answer? Is that a viable? I'm trying to like.
If your buddy had left me alone, he wouldn't have even known I was active.
But I did know they were active.
No,
Well,
you
you did-
saw their knife and responded like they were going to attack you. You're walking through a seedy district, my man. You're gonna see knives.
I mean, to be fair, Antec doesn't give a fuck. Like, he'll kill you just for looking at him cross-eyed, so yeah.
Oh, she wasn't looking at you cross-eyed till you poofed up next to her.
Right. I asked, what are you doing? And there ended up being a knife near my throat. So the knife near my throat initiated it.
Uh-huh.
That's on her.
Yeah, that's on them. That
now
wasn't on me.
now her knife's up there.
That's fine. I don't need it. It's just the handiest tool in my tool belt.
Fair.
Now, we can walk away from this and I can go back after my mark. Or I can add some new marks to the list.
You know anything about the cult of Aesoka?
I do. I do.
How much they paying you for that mark?
They aren't.
How much can we pay you for information? How much do you want for information on fighting them?
You don't need to pay me for that. Anywhere near the undergrounds, they tend to steer clear of the ant folk.
Well, how about this? How about if we pay you to join us in finding people from Aesoka?
The answer'd be hell no.
37 gold ahead.
No thanks.
Why?
Because I've already got my mark. It ain't y'all. I'm going back to what I was after.
You can get your mark. I'm just talking about after you get your mark. Us
Well,
paying.
unfortunately, thanks to your ass, my mark's all the way over there now.
Are they
Do
still
you-
where they can be noted, or still? With
No,
the
they're
knife?
gone. She watched them bolt as soon as Antec took flight.
Do you want your mark back?
I will go get my mark. I want to stick to my work. You can stick to yours. Here is a handy little map of where I think their current hideout is.
Okay.
Who has the
Now
map?
get you be gone.
I'm gonna take that and give him 10 platinum just because, sorry for your troubles.
Pockets it and then vanishes into the
So, who has the original map that was given by the? You have that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's compare.
The two locations are eerily close together.
Same general area.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Like one house, but the 2 houses down the street or some shit. Difference.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
More
Thank you.
same general location, but the entrance looks like it could be here nor there.
So we know where headquarters is, we just don't know where the door is at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or which door's the right door?
And I mean, there's that too, but if I can just blow the building up and level them, I mean, it's fine.
It ain't a building, it's an underground.
Oh, well, that's even easier. You just pop the pillars and stalactites and let the whole thing cave in on their face.
Just pop the
Although as we
manhole.
look around now, being a bit more like paying attention, you will see that this part of town is pretty heavily populated with other Githyanki.
With what?
It's
Yeah.
lucky.
I don't know.
The Gith.
It's a race.
Like the Geth?
Yep,
Mass
Yeah.
Effect?
the Githyanki.
Kind of, yes.
These folk. If you've seen any of my Baldur's
Oh.
Gate playthrough, lays
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
I got excited when I saw her because I have a bunch of Githyanki on Castrovel. So, yeah.
I'm gonna keep wandering down the road.
All of the Githyanki are now paying a little bit closer attention to you. They don't seem to be actively moving on you or anything, but you do notice that they are now all like,
Aware we're
Yep.
We're not being so sneaky walking through town now.
you weren't being sneaky in the first place, but you have the Githyanki.
We were less
attention.
noticeable before. Now we're like, hey! Boy,
Most you having been here would know that most of the Githyanki on this planet are mercenaries, but also extremely devoted to finishing their current MO.
Who would be the biggest merc company around here?
That would be the Gith trades.
Do we see an office for any of them?
Thank you.
No, but you do see several that stand out more than the rest.
I'm gonna go up to the closest one and walk inside.
You're gonna walk inside a Githyanki. You
No,
see
like
several
me.
Githyanki who stand out more than the others in the district.
Oh, I thought we were talking like office headquarters.
No, the Githyanki do not have an office or headquarters.
They're a race. Well, they do. They have a crash for each one.
Yep. You have a strong, sneaking feeling that the crash is not in the main city of Castrovel.
Well, obviously.
Can we, I don't know, let's approach a couple of them and see if they can point us in the direction of any that are currently available for work.
I want to talk to them about ship sales, actually.
Buying or selling? Or like sales in like is in the sale of the ship?
As in the sales of ships.
You find
And
yourself
parts.
you find yourself faced up with, you would know that this was a xenomancer. Larger Githyanki, very well decorated. How can I help you?
I need to know who's buying really small 1 and 2 man craft that are practically derelict and then fixing them up on the cheap in mass right now.
There's a rather, I won't say small because they're getting kind of large conglomerate. They're in the north side undergrounds.
In this general area, we pull out and show them one on the maps.
Aye. That one would be the more accurate. Pointing at the one that the Githyanki handed you.
Oh. So, how much do you know about that conglomerate?
I guess they worship some lesser deity.
More like dead deity.
Well,
Trust me, I'm turning her into a resort.
more power to them.
Well, they're attacking our resort. I mean, granted, we're making it on their god's corpse, in their god's corpse, but we have her father's permission.
Oh, that errant bastard of Cotillo's.
Uh-huh. That's...
The one that tried to poison an entire planet.
did poison the entire planet.
Oh! Should I say congratulations to her, or my condolences?
We blew it up, and her.
Oh, then both congratulations and condolences to her.
It was a win-win situation for us. No more poison planet, and we've got this nice 5-star resort made out of god corpse. Starsky's great.
They don't pay very well, so they get our scraps. But the scraps that we do, the few scraps that we are due to deliver them are due today.
Well, you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
That's true.
Can I see them? Maybe? Take a little peeky peek.
Actually, I was thinking that we could just be delivery workers.
There's that, but we can have ulterior. Okay, but call it Plan B.
Okay, see, this person we're talking to right now doesn't need to know anything about that part. We'll discuss that between here and there. But we would like a couple of how much would it cost us to get some uniforms and be the ones to make the deal and the delivery? We promise that you'll get your money and it'll be
His
over.
eyes flash, and within not long, another Githyanki woman is standing beside you. Oh, well, that'd be my department.
What are you guys delivering?
We're delivering derelict ships to the small underground group.
What kind of
They're a
containers?
cult.
Don't worry about that. How
No,
much?
no, I need to know what kind of containers.
They're ships.
They're ships.
Okay, full ships.
Yes,
Okay.
little baby big ships.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, 1 and 2 man travelers.
How much are you selling them for?
About 400 credits.
What's that convert to gold?
400 gold across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna prepay them for the ships.
You have the
Yeah, 1,200 gold.
That's 1,000 gold.
It's a lot less than me, but all right.
KQ.
Alright. They when they do take you back and give you your uniforms, they do put an extra mark of theirs on 3 of the ships that will be being delivered. Those are yours.
Okay.
Wonderful. So, once the ships, is there a way that we can make it so that the only people who will be there when the delivery happens are the 3 of us?
How many ships are being delivered in total, first off?
You see her almost look like she's listening to a conversation. And you get the strong sense that she is having an outside conversation.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys want to deliver on your own, I can send my ladies on other missions.
We need at least one to pilot, to guide it in.
No, to
And
guide us. Because we don't
To
know
guide
what-
us, because we don't know what we're doing. But
How many
we
ships-
need them to bail right afterwards.
All right.
They'll be-
No
be
questions
very-
asked, no recourse given.
They'll be very well paid.
Compensated.
Compensated.
Well, get dressed, and your escort will be waiting for you outside.
Perfect.
And this is where we're going to take a bio break.
Awesome.
Do we have? I need a ship's engine.
You are our ship's engineer.
Okay.
And we're back!
Woohoo!
I mean,
In outer space.
That work would look awfully funny with, a mushroom stamp on their face.
Well, technically, right now you are back from outer space.
Oh yeah, we are. Alright. So where were we?
So, she just left the room. We're alone with the ships.
And your ability to get into your uniforms.
So change out into this uniform. Going to cast Disguise Self
Mm-hmm.
and make myself look like a Githyanki mercenary. And mimic the speech patterns.
Alright. You've heard 6 or 7 of them talk, so you can definitely grab that it's a heavy, aggressive accent. This is a warrior race. They all sound angry.
And then I'm going to cast Sending. Oh, Martia.
While he's doing that,
Darling, we need 7 capable pilots who know how to teleport themselves back to you.
How fast do you need them?
You should send them to my location. Within
Alright.
the hour.
Alright. Get on that.
And then proceed to explain to her everything that's going on with the cult of Aesoka, and they're fixing up ships and shit like that and what we found out. So I need 7 captains to make a delivery.
7 captains. We only have 3 ships.
We have 7 ships total that we're delivering.
Oh yeah, that's right. 3 of them.
And that'll give
I
us
think
extra
we-
hands to do
Yeah,
anything
3
we
of them
need
are
to
yours.
them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll take Meridian about 40 minutes to get them and get them teleported.
good to get.
Alright,
get
so,
the time.
everybody all dressed up.
Yes, but the 3 that I bought, I'm gonna take my bottles and some other one things I have, and I'm gonna go find the fuel cells in 3 of the ships.
They're not hard to find. These ships are almost laid open.
Mm-hmm.
These are barely flying.
Ooh, I'm an alchemist.
This is their bottom of the barrel stock.
So, how do we want to do this, guys?
I'm
Oh
gonna
no, the
take
crotch
some
in my
of-
pants are too tight.
Walk over to Antec
I'm gonna fucking
with the dagger that I've been keeping around. Don't move. Flick it right near there and just cut the seam of the crotch of his pants wide. So it does the kilt thing opening.
They fit better.
They fit better.
I'm gonna find the fuel cells, and I'm going to.
I won't be an ass and tell you to roll to hit.
That would suck.
That would be a roll to miss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some of the little bottles that I made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna link them to the fuel cells and try to hide them as best I can. With this barely being basically like the shell is good, but the inside's been kind of gutted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming.
Pretty much.
So I'm gonna probably should have 2 to each of the 3 ships that I bought. I'm gonna ship 3 of, 2 to each fuel cell and hide them as best I can, and I'm gonna leave them for now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna space them out so there's one lead ship, their ship, my ship, not my ship, my ship, not my ship.
Yep.
So I can kind of chain reaction.
Is there a munitions supplier around where these are docked?
Oh, yes.
Lovely.
Oh, yes.
I need to find the seediest. Looks like they'll sell their own grandmother black market munitions salesperson I can, and I'm going to ask the dirtiest looking mercenaries I can find for directions.
You find an old woman. When you've asked the right question, you've been brought around. You find this old woman who, just being in her general vicinity, gives you your stomach churns, your head aches. Everything about you wants to crawl off of your skin and run away.
Mother, is that you?
I resemble that remark.
I can say.
I like my mom.
Yeah, no. I think I got adopted. I got 2 hugs.
I won't. So I think I've got the right place. I need something.
What do you have?
I need it to hurt a lot. Legality of the what it is not an issue.
What's your price point?
Well, the purpose is to wipe out the cult of Aesoka.
Nasty buggers never pay the right price.
Well, I'll give you the difference on the right price for anything that you were planning on transporting them today. If you make it faulty and toxic. Where's any of it supposed to be delivered with those ships?
I don't know, they've already come and collected what they were going to get from me. But if you take what they gypped me out of their asses, I'll hand you their next shipment for free.
What'd they jip you?
They've been paying less than half price.
So what's the balance owed?
Several thousand credits.
I have 1,000 gold.
They only owe her. They only owe her and haven't had it taken out of them because she can't find them.
I have 1,000 gold.
You're all right. You're all right. Pulls out a box of. This cult is not well liked. Everything she was going to give them is already faulty and toxic. And you can tell that by looking at the munitions that you've just been handed. And take it out of their ass, dearie.
You do know who you're helping, right?
Hi. I can see right through your disguise.
Just wanted to make sure.
Well, it'll be good enough to fool any of them.
Anybody who does business that badly, I don't know about you all, but it wouldn't be that hard to fool into me either.
Huh? I mean, they are bad.
While you're focused on this woman, you do see her form shifting a little. She's having trouble holding her glamour.
By all means, let it go.
I'm not around the gift that startles them.
Got it. Well, we might be bringing a few back to you. You know, questions need answering, and I'm very sure you're good at procuring information.
I don't need them alive to be able to speak to them. Let's say you 50 credits or gold ahead.
Oh, I was gonna bring you a fresh meal and they're alive.
Well, then I'll make it 75 if they're alive and screaming.
As long as I can keep the fucking pendants.
Have it.
Well, technically, you need the pendants and a little bit of blood.
Yeah, I need their pendants soaked in their blood, but beyond that,
Well, you can take the blood out of their backsides, can't you?
so aiming for their chests, honestly. But
Like I
Blood's
said, I
blood.
don't need them alive.
Blood is blood.
I can get them to talk whether or not they've expired.
yeah, but I'd like them to know what their goddess went through.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty then.
What are we doing with the ammunition?
She sets about 4 more boxes of munitions that would have been their next shipment.
What's in there?
There are regular rounds that are decrepit and rusted. You get fumes of all sorts of poisons coming off of bits of charred and burnt metal. One of the boxes seems to be leaking something. Once you really get a feel on it, it is a wyvern's venom.
So guys, can I get some help salvaging this?
Yeah.
I can't carry all this shit.
Is there anything I can do with any of this stuff to make it stabilize it to the point where we can create something useful?
You and Antec could be better at that. I'm much better at playing with the chemicals. Start scraping the wyvern poison off of things into vials.
It's not hard. Several things are just actively dripping it.
Well,
She was not taking any care of anything in these boxes.
what do you think?
I think it's possible.
Well, okay, we'll grab it and we can take it back to the ships. So I'm digging
Alright,
through
given
it.
the nature of everything in these boxes, if you touch a box, I'm going to need you to roll a sleight of hand. There are sharp
Cast
edges.
telekinesis, and it doesn't weigh 1,000 pounds, so I'm just gonna float the bitch. Burn the spell slot. I won't need it.
10.
Nat 20. Hey man, nat 20 plus 4.
Alright, I'm going to need a constitution save from you.
Motherfucker.
What is it?
Goddamn darn guns. Hold on.
What's the number on the dice?
Well, I got 7 plus 7, so 14.
14? Alright. Your stomach churns a bit as you cut your hand. You can feel small effects of what would be a basic toxin. You did manage not to royally fuck up and just cut your hand on something dripping like a drow poison or a wyvern toxin.
Okay. Got a little
Those are no fun.
So we get them back. I guess we dig through them and see what we can turn them into.
Sounds like a plan to me.
These are broken and rusted, and some of these munitions look like they've already been fired a couple times.
So reloads of reloads of reloads, basically.
One of the smaller boxes inside the box that you were telekinesing looked like she'd been shooting them at a brick wall and reloading them to shoot them again to break them.
So in other words, you've got a box full of shrapnel.
Yeah. She was
Covered in
giving them their
poison.
money's worth.
So you
How many
have
boxes do we have?
4. 5.
so 5 boxes of shrapnel covered in different types of poison.
I'm going to take 3 of them and I'm going to attach them to the fuel cell things I've been tinkering with.
Are there any?
And there's 2 boxes, so you have your box and there's one extra one.
Yeah. Are there any cannons on the ships?
There are 2 small cannons on every ship. One ship has them in good working order, the rest are defunct.
So are there crow's nests on the other 4 ships we have?
No,
crow's
these are passenger vehicles.
Okay.
They're basically school buses.
So I'm going to load all the cannons with
No,
with
sedans.
poisoned grape shot and language, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So the scrap metal that's covered in all those poisons that I wasn't able to scrape off is going into all the cannons.
You're nicer than me.
And then I'm going to take vials of the wyvern poison,
Mm-hmm.
put them in a spherical flask so that they mist through it when the shrap hits it,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just going to
Alright.
should take out the majority of the frontlining force, and then we can just grab from the higher ups.
I think with my box, I'm going to take one of my spark mines and install some of the shrapnel into the mine. And I'm going to make it to where I can sit the smart mine on remote and put it underneath of one of the ships that isn't owned by.
I see the landmines. Can I borrow 3 of those for remote detonation?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you keep the remote, but I just need 3 of them.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, here.
I'm gonna go. Just keep. But that's a final attachment to my fucking car bombs I'm building.
So,
Right about that time, your help teleports directly next to you. She was extremely efficient.
perfect.
One of them actually bumps into you, landing.
Well, that was a little closer, Albert. But hi.
Well, she sent exactly how many of you we needed. Perfect. So, bet you're all wondering why you're here.
And one more comes flying through and hits the wall. As you saying that. Like she threw him into her teleportation.
You're the one that tried to say no, aren't you?
Ugh. It wasn't like she was asking.
Are you a part of the fleet?
Yes, I am now.
Do you get paid fleet wages?
No.
Who are you?
I was with the construction team.
Can you fly?
Yes.
Other than when being flung.
Yes.
We apologize for our lead captain. She's quite efficient.
Clearly.
Shanghai dress.
What did we decide before that
You
the
get
fleet,
a quick glimpse.
that fleet members get for pay?
Oh, it's something like 1,000 gold a month plus full medical, dental, and we give them 3 months of paid vacation.
Well, no,
a
if
year.
she'd led with that, I would have said, well, then consider me fleet.
Oh,
That's
we
the
haven't
minimum.
told her that that's the bare minimum we're paying people anymore yet. She just conscripted you before we'd actually asked for conscripts.
She grabbed me by my shirt collar and my pants, didn't tell me where I was going, and threw me through a portal.
So, a hot Eladrin woman picks you up, chucks you through a portal, and you're bitching?
If she'd have come with, no!
So about this time, I'm gonna walk over to a Larice and be like, "This person is really annoying. Do we really need them?"
F to the O to the D to the D to the ER.
I need a DC 16 wisdom save.
Or
Antec.
Uno momento, por favor. That's a dookie. Yeah, I got a 9.
Cool. Antec is silent.
Cast silence.
Uh-huh. As this annoying new conscript casts silence. And looks at you and just goes,
Well, I was gonna give him money, but now I just want to kill him.
Alright. So,
I want to grab
before
this person and throw him off the
this
ship.
one has not signed on agreeing to be crew yet. This one has just been kidnapped.
consider yourself shanghaied. The only thing between his axe and your face is us and these other 6 people. Now, the other 6 people are already on our payroll. And even if you silence me, my cute little lunar friend here will eat you.
You're not the one being an ass.
Wait for it.
No, I've heard of you. You're not the one going to be an ass.
Oh,
Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this motherfucker and throw him off the fucking ship. They done pissed me off. They silenced me.
You're not on the ship. You're just in a warehouse.
I want to smack him against the wall.
Antec, no killing fodder.
Roll to hit.
Antec, don't kill fodder! While this is going on, I'm going to burn another spell slot for sending.
16.
And send one to Martia. So, your new conscript, his name shall henceforth be Fodder.
What'd
16?
you roll?
You missed.
16.
You went to grab him, and his shirt just slipped right through your claws.
Alright.
And he steps back, more firmly gripping what he is envisioning to be your voice.
Well, technically, since he cast silence, doesn't that count as a hit?
No, it would be that's what the wisdom save was for. You're rolling
Okay.
against his spell casting.
Okay. I was just double checking.
I'm gonna try to.
At this point, he goes ahead and lets go. I'm fodder for no man.
You're Fodder. That's what I'm going to call you from now.
Well, in part with the other members of your ship who've done the same, I'll be seeing my way out. And literally just walks out the door. I'm fodder for no man.
Good thing I'm a woman.
Nope. Nope. Did not sign up for this. I have a good construction job. No.
Can we sweet talk him though?
It's good. You're gonna have disadvantage.
I'm not the one that fucking got mouthy with it. I
Got
understand.
kidnapped, got called annoying, got told he was being shanghaied, was threatened at one point. Someone tried to attack him. It's gonna be disadvantage to sweet talk this man.
Okay, fine. Intimidating glare.
I didn't even get a chance to try and sweet talk it.
Okay, we'll just try to keep talking. If it doesn't work, I'm going intimidation.
Shit, I only got 15. Never mind.
Well, it's a 15 and then they...
You have to roll again
Oh,
and take the lowest.
the 15 was the lowest. I got 21 the second time.
Yeah. So 15. He doubles back. I'll keep my construction job.
You pay better.
Look over.
You can't pay me enough to put up with those two.
I know. They don't pay me enough to put up for either. Still, they don't kill me. That's, you know.
I'm gonna intimidate. I'm using intimidating glare. Get back here! Now!
They have to save.
Let's see. All right, roll intimidation.
Uh, 16.
19.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna fuck up. I can't roll for shit to my left.
No! And shuts the door behind him on his way out. Shortly after, another pilot steps through the portal. Meridian's been paying attention. This one has a note, please stop scaring my pilots.
Since the sending would still be here.
Mm.
Stop sending us, stop conscripting morons.
He shouldn't have been in the pilot's fucking quarters.
That's true.
How was I able to tell he was a fucking conscript?
He was just in there working.
When he shows up, because he thinks he's keeping his construction job, his name is Fodder from now. Let his foreman know.
Oh, honey, I've got a mind link with him. He's quitting his job and going to a different company. You successfully intimidated him in one way or another. He's quitting with his current construction company and going to a different one. The one he works at doesn't even work off of Castrovel.
Good.
He's like, I'm gonna go find a job.
Whenever he starts work, give me the address.
You hear? Absolutely not.
Can you forward it his name?
Meridian cast sending to you and goes, absolutely not.
His name's still Potter.
He has said, I choose life.
The really bad part is, before all of this went down, I was going to offer him 10 platinum before he silenced me.
Yeah, see, you're not his captain. No, oh captain, my captain moment here.
Nope.
Up until like, if you'd have made it through the encounter with him a few minutes longer, it would have been you the one signing his paychecks, but you weren't, so he had no reason to have any loyalty.
Well,
He was a coward.
technically speaking, since our captain is currently missing, or wherever our captain is, that would make me captain since I am security, which would mean I am the captain's first.
Yeah, but he wasn't a member of the fleet. He was part of the construction crew that was hired separately. He was doing work near the ship's frickin' pilot's quarters, and she yoinked him.
She was in a
makes
hurry.
sense.
Wrong
Alright.
place, wrong time.
Are we ready to deliver?
You have your coordinates, you have your directions, you know how to get exactly to the correct door.
Alright, so do we want to mist them with wyvern's poison and blow the ships on our way out with our captives? We've got a great interrogator at this point.
Let's see how the initial encounter goes. But
We need to try and keep some of them alive.
there's 23,000 of them. I don't think we're gonna kill them all.
Yeah, but we need some of the higher ranks. I
I
want
mean-
one of their paladins.
It'd be nice to try.
I mean, I do have 7 ships ready to chain bomb.
I have a lot of munitions on me.
And they're all loaded with grape shot and langrage covered in wyvern's poison with an aspirator.
Yeah, it's like, you know.
I typically carry a lot of mines.
I mean, there's 23,000.
What about yours? You have all these mines, but what about yours?
They are mine.
Are they mines of yours?
Yeah, they're smart mines.
Ah, smart mines of yours.
Alright, so we wanted to. Well, let's leave the blowing up till we need to. I can say that.
Rig it so if anybody tries to.
Well, he has a remote, so. But you want to like tamper-proof the shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way, even if we don't blow the ships up, you know, just deliver and take our captives. When they go to fuck with them, problematus solvitus.
What would I need to do to tamper-proof the bombs? Kind of skill. Tamper-proofing the bombs.
I
Basic
need
booby
another sleight of
traps.
hand.
That's basically like booby traps.
Should be getting advantage on these because you'd be doing it with Tinker's
Yep.
tools.
You get an advantage on that one.
What would be my advantage?
Roll 2d20, take the
Yeah,
highest.
take the highest.
Now that you've solidified the idea of what you want these to look like, you have advantage.
Ooh, got a nat 20.
Alright. This goes perfectly.
God couldn't fucking untamper those bombs, or couldn't tamper with
Yep.
those bombs.
Can I make them, since they're on tamper-proof, voice activated?
On a nat 20, yeah.
I mean, there's only one problem with that. If somebody has like disguise and they get a crit 20 on disguise, then you know they could.
Or if they're
Get their
Thank
voice
you.
count.
they can still voice activate.
Yeah, but they have to say the words. Like, you can't just like, my name is blah, blah, blah. No, like, yeah, I know the secret words.
Okay.
Like, ha.
At this point, you would hear Larice pipe up in your voice with "Howdy, howdy, ho."
I'm not saying that's it, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
Who
what?
And then proceed to do that in Antec's voice, and then start mimicking everybody that walks by in the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, so.
voice activated, maybe not.
Well, that's good. You're not trying to kill me. So, like, if I get killed, it still works. But, like, the fact that they're not going to know that shit. Anyway.
They're not gonna know your passcode. I got you.
Well, we want them to blow up no matter what. We definitely don't need these shitty ass little dinghies.
Ding.
Ding-a-ling with Chuck Berry. So, especially the live version you did. I kind of hilarious.
My ding-a-ling.
No, we did a live version and, like, people in the front row weren't participating. He goes, and the people in the front row aren't participating. They must be playing with their own ding-a-ling.
So, we've got all this set up.
So
We
good.
probably should deliver soon. What time is it?
7:17.
On Castroville, it's about 4 in the afternoon.
Look at the captains. When were we supposed to deliver?
6 p.m.
We've got 2 hours. All of you know how to teleport, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We're going to need you to teleport yourselves back here.
Back here to the ship. We want them completely on them?
We don't want those cultists going back to the ship. Meridia will kill them before we have a chance to question them.
No, but no, the pilots.
The pilots are going to help us with the snatch and grab.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'm with you on the plan now.
Yeah, if we snatch and grab their high rankings, kill their
Then
low
they grab-
rankings.
Well, stick them to a grab one and just teleport the fuck out. Alright, yeah, I'm with that.
So mercenaries, I'm guessing are in the lower slums.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them to use the lower slums teleportation circle. And give them directions to the illithid woman's black market shop.
You saw right through that glamour. I like it.
And who?
Oh,
Gotta love seeing through each other's disguises.
it hurt my freaking.
Well, said that the Githyanki would have a problem with her being there to make them uneasy. That's the only thing that makes
I look
Githyanki
younger than
uneasy.
you.
It spooks them.
No, you're not. You're older than I am.
No, I'm saying I look younger than you.
They don't fucking mean shit.
I fucking look younger than John.
Makes everything around her skin crawl, and if she actually uses her genuine form, the Githyanki suddenly become very unhappy.
Okay, so you're going to deliver to this woman. Her job is to interrogate whoever we hand you. We need a paladin, a couple of their higher level clerics.
High priest or something of that sort.
I want answers. So we're going to pay a mind flayer's paying us to feed them to her for the answers. Yes, we're getting paid 75 gold a head for these, and we're going to give it to you guys because we're already rich. This is your mission bonus. That 1,000 gold a month is just what we pay you for being a part of our fleet.
This is the
All
Missions
right.
get more money.
mission bonus.
Sign up if you want to make more.
Everyone here seems plenty happy to be conscripted for a mission, seeing as they're definitely part of the crew. And have been given multiple opportunities to walk away under and without duress.
Yeah. I mean, we've been telling them, fuck off if you ain't in for the penny in for a pound for months.
Uh-huh.
So, let's see here. And each one of those pendants will get 35 gold apiece.
They're already getting 110 gold.
Well, at that point, we would like to see a 10% or a 2% back towards the fleet to fund fuel and things of that nature, repairs. So, say on every 100 gold that you all pull away from this, in your pockets, we'll give you 100 gold on each one and keep 10 for the fleet.
Works for us.
Now we have 7 bloodthirsty sorcerers who want to get paid.
As you say that, in quite literal terms, the bigger of them casts bloodlust on the others. You'd be quite right about that.
This is why we didn't want you out of Mangonel.
All right now. So, am I to be understood that you are turning us loose on a horde of cultists to just drag these fuckers to this particular location?
You are to drag nothing but high-ranking members of this cult to that particular location.
You can do what it has you basically need, but it's not.
Anything that gets in your way, experiment on.
Okay, that's a bit harsh.
I didn't say give them to me to experiment on.
That's even worse.
Exactly. Give them to Antec to experiment on. He's got some new ordnance he wanted to try out.
Like beat people to death.
So cripple and leave them behind for the weird ones. Got it.
Well, actually, we kind of take their heads. That Illithid will pay for those too.
Just for the record, there's nothing quite like exploding a person's head with your cock. Just throw that out there.
I do that.
I'm sure there's not.
Popping it.
Cast Astral Ward.
Look over. You do realize that there's not a thing on Earth that will defend you against what he did to that one guy, right?
At 9th level.
What is Astral Ward?
It is technically a homebrew spell. All it does is it creates a space of the astral sea between you and another person that if you or them crosses it, you end up not here anymore. Won't hurt either of you. It'll just send you somewhere else.
Got you.
It's a stay away from me spell specifically for these guys.
I got you.
Because they want to be beat to death with your dick.
It's happened before, so.
They carry scrolls of it so they don't burn spell slots.
That makes sense. Hey, as long as they don't come after me, they've got nothing to worry
Speaking
about.
of which, how many teleportation scrolls do we have currently?
Oh, we each have 15 with us.
It's probably more than-
Meridian made sure we would not be sore for them.
What's the price if I were to buy 2 of those off?
Buy them, we own them.
You own
Oh.
them. These are from
Oh.
your ship's stores.
Oh, well,
There-
that makes sense.
There are employees, Antec.
Oh!
They work
Did anyone
for us.
bring extras for us?
Why do you think we have so many each?
Please, remind our chief of security who fills your coffers.
I know. I had a brain fart. It happens sometimes.
I was wondering what that's...
Y'all feed our families. You own the shit in our bags.
No, that's yours.
No, I was just wondering if she
Well,
said.
not currently, because the shit that's in our bags was stuff that Meridian handed us from your ship's stores.
Yep. Never mind.
You guys own what's in our bags right now.
Well, we own everything up until the mission's over. At that point, it's yours.
Alright, are we ready to head out? 'Cause I'm ready
Yeah.
to fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 5 teleport scrolls.
Alright.
Because you never know when, a big dude needs to teleport.
All
Just
right.
saying.
Speaking of your weird tentacle spell, Meridian sent you a dozen scrolls for that.
And here I was trying to get away from doing that to people for once.
Well,
She took a liking to seeing you cast it.
There's like 23,000 people.
She thinks it's funny.
So, what level are the teleport scrolls?
Teleport's just a standard level.
To the 3?
It's actually a 7th level spell.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I have all the
Teleportation
information.
circle is a lower level spell.
Yep.
That's the one you
The
did.
teleport scrolls that you have, you can cast
Sorry.
them.
Ooh.
One of the
Thank you.
wonderful things about scrolls is you do not need to be that
I
level
just have to
caster to
breathe in at the
cast.
same time, and it's like.
I apologize.
Thank
Your
you.
hand might stop cramping.
Right.
Well, y'all are high enough level players that there are no spell levels that are beyond you.
I cannot cast 8th or 9th.
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten quite that high yet.
Alright, are we ready to head out?
I'm ready.
Alright, it takes y'all of about...
Do we gotta go get the what the lead us?
No, you step out you open
Doors.
the doors and to lead out, and she's on, you almost think it's a hoverboard,
Okay. Not jealous at all.
but it makes
Just
you uncomfortable looking at it. You don't know what strange magics she's using to make it do this.
she have a nice ass though.
Yes.
Okay.
Bound tightly in leather.
Well,
Boom shakalaka.
I was paying attention to. I mean, the driving.
this would be the rest of our crew. I believe you probably saw fodder storming off.
Well, you named him fodder. What would you expect?
Well, he
Now,
got chucked
let's
like
go.
fodder. What do you expect?
And starts to All right, You're either with me or you're not.
Right.
And starts off. She was told to do a job.
Get
Go
on
from
board.
point A to point B, followed by you. At what
Alright.
distance, she gives no shits.
Alright, so follow her close, ladies and gents.
Everyone keeps up. She's not trying to make it hard.
Alright.
You're high enough levels that I'm not going to make you roll for it because she's not trying to make it hard on you.
And the crew's doing it, not us.
Yeah. It takes all of about 35 total minutes to get... Man, this cult did nothing to conceal this door. It's got Aesoka's symbol on it. You don't know why the priest from earlier couldn't find it. And you're
That's
right
our
up
prow.
Well, they're expecting a delivery, so they've removed any glamours or disguises.
Well, this is easier. This was easy enough to find. Alright then.
Ew. I used to like
So make sure to cast my disguise spell. Check to see how good the performance is. Does it get the Yankee?
You already cast your disguise spell.
Yeah, but it would have worn off by now.
Yep.
What's the time frame on it?
I
Like
believe
10
it's
minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the last one was just practice.
Yep. It's an intelligence save against my spell save DC. So 18.
It's an excellent performance. Quite believable. The shrouded woman who opens the door is having trouble keeping an very ethereal hair cloud from seeping out from under her hood. She's clearly not a high-ranking individual. She keeps, can I help you? You notice that her face is striped, kind of diagonally downwards with pinks and blues. And she has in her hand a trident.
Yeah. I've got this bill of sale here. I need your boss to sign off on it. Gotta get it hand signed, man.
Yeah, you get her like that. Disappears back inside. A much larger creature steps out a few minutes later with a signed bill.
And who'd you be?
Looking up, you can see a large pendant around his neck. I'd be the captain of accounts receivable.
Lovely. There's a bit of a discrepancy I was hoping to talk to you about as far as your delivery and the products go. I want to make sure that you got everything a good solid once over. That way we don't get any complaints when things are as is.
You must be new. We're aware that these come quite unusable.
Yeah, well, hazing or not, my bosses are assholes, so I need answers and I need proof. So if you wouldn't mind.
Hi. And begins to inspect the lead ship.
So they open the door, they'll just start bringing them in?
No,
Okay.
not until the transaction is completely finished will they open the door and ask you to bring them in. So they're starting to look over. Everything looks... Let's see how much he sees. He's not... Yeah. He has a -2 to that, so a total of 5. He sees nothing. He thinks everything is just how it's supposed to be. Everything looks good. Hey! Open up the gates. The ships are coming in. Large gate opens up.
Okay, the woman who was leading us, I'm assuming, would have backed off at this.
She's gone.
Good.
You can't even smell her presence in the air. She's gone.
Oh wait, that's right. We paid her to get us there and fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She...
So these gates, are they opening like, you know, two
Goose,
walls?
goose,
Up.
goose, goose, goose.
Where-
Okay, they go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warehouse.
And as you look in, the landscape immediately shifts down.
Okay.
You can't see anything but a stone wall inside this if you don't take a few steps in first.
Alright, well,
Alright, well, bring him in. Bay's just down below.
right on. Care to ride along, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate it. And alright, you heard the man. Let's get him into a place. Where'd you like these parked?
Points off next to the other. It looks like a junkyard.
So, hundreds of scrapped fucking ships just lining the walls.
Mm-hmm.
They told me you all were collecting.
Yeah, for every about 100 that we buy, we get about 5 good ones put together.
Mm,
That's what we get for buying gift scrap.
how many of these ships have like usable power cells?
Almost none. The usable power cells are elsewhere.
Okay, so
They
the only
were
ones-
jacked.
So basically, the only ones that have usable power cells are the stuff I'm bringing in.
Yep. The ones that these are being parked by have already been scrapped and are
Okay.
lying defunct on the ground.
Okay.
Some of them even have their shells removed.
All right, that makes sense. That gives me a better detail.
Alright, so. Dock 'em in.
Yeah, one of our signal or our captains to go over and give this gentleman a tap. Like, get close enough where they can like grab him and bounce.
Say that one more time.
You know, we have like the captains, we're parked, we get ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
He's not super high ranking, but
This one is quite high ranking.
Yeah.
we give the signal to one of the captains to like, you know, as they're walking past him to get out the ship, they like set up a stroll and grab him and go.
Reaches up, grabs the man by his shoulder. The man reduces to about this big and fits inside of a little jar he brought with him. Back in the bag.
Be more careful next time. And I'm going to cast Disguise Self again and turn into the guy. It was just there.
Perfect.
That works.
But you will admire how quickly he was able to reduce jar bag.
It was a thought.
It's easier than fighting them.
I ain't there.
As you look around, there's a fairly wide, large population of those same young. You can tell they're either more likely to be a woman or more likely to be a man, but other than that, you can't really nail it down. They're called Rygars. You would know this being from this area of the Astral Sea. They're Celestials. And they look like they fit right in line with potential Aesoka cultists. Give me a history check.
Eastern. See, these guys are
With advantage.
Him or me? They're all
natural 20 and a 4.
Natural 20. Alright,
Or a
you
total
would know
22.
that Rygar, each and every one of them, would have a bracelet, a diadem, a brooch, some kind of piece of jewelry called a Talarith. And the Talariths would give each and every one of their attacks with their primary weapon that's bonded to them an extra bit of damage. It makes their weapons seem more lethal. And the few that you can see up close are all wearing clearly identifiable Talariths.
So, those guys.
You would know that a Talarith is bondable only to its creator.
Well, that puts them at a high rank.
There's about 100 in this general area. Everything else is Orcish, Fey type creatures. Your
About
general
how many people?
in this general area, you can see a small city. They've built a city underground. You could reasonably surmise that the entire cult is living in a small city underneath.
Do we see anything that notates where, like a city hall or a council hall or?
There's one large building that goes from floor to ceiling of this underground cavern that looks like it would be a capitol building. It's built a bit more nicely.
Hey, Antec, do you have any of those, like, did you ever make any of those mines for terraforming planets? For, like, underground, you know, mushrooms and shit?
I could.
Yeah, but you'd have to go back to the ship to make any.
I never made any for mushrooms.
Well, I was asking because we need something that would grow underground.
Do you have any seeds?
Does Larissa seeds?
I'm just saying, if you've got seeds on you, I've got the mines for them.
It's reasonable to believe that you would have spores.
We can work something out.
How many would you need?
Enough to create an aerosol cloud for 300 yards off the central building.
So what?
I'd like to use a
two,
cordyceps
three,
species, you know, something carnivorous.
So 2, 3, 4, 7.
7 will work. 7 sounds like a nice, even number.
Alright, so I'm gonna hand
One of the
7.
pilots looks at you a little funny.
I'm gonna hand 7 of my
And you
9.
smell the astral sea between you.
Smells like mom's place.
So each of the non-self-retrievings have a 60-foot radius per explosion.
Yeah, that's enough to propel a gas cloud of spores against your yards.
Alright, so you said you need what, 7?
Yeah,
That should give you more than enough.
yeah.
Because 10 will give you the full 600.
I'm gonna look around for children.
You don't see any.
No kids.
I mean,
Roll a perception check of 18 or higher, and I'll tell you exactly how many you can get the sense of.
Perception at an 18 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, I'm number 1, so that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You don't see any children, and you see no infrastructure for children.
So, where are the kids at? This is a huge city. Have you no offspring?
Offspring are forbidden here.
So we need 7 or 10.
Huh?
You never answered my question. 7 or 10.
7, it's a nice round number.
Okay.
I did answer your question.
Okay.
Oh, you're the delivery folk.
He looks like the.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't assume you understand that.
Your crush will grow weak without all of it, without more.
Our crush doesn't need additions. Not in that way. It needs to grow a bit more rapidly than the upbringing of young.
Well, however you train your warriors, I would assume it must be interesting.
You have that one aspect. Hecate has an aspect that the closer you get to this woman,
Sorry.
the more
How'd
you
you get
feel
it?
that same
He
charm
just seems to love me.
that you felt on Elwood. No one here is a willing participant. Except for maybe the higher ups.
So who would I have to talk to about your next shipment being better?
Oh, God.
Maybe I can figure out a way to negotiate some better goods for you.
And she writes down or they, or he.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to backtrack that a little bit because I look like the guy who's the chief of acquisitions.
Mm-hmm.
I need to run a few things past the people I answer to. These folks have a lovely opportunity for us to gain some better quality merchandise.
All right.
I was wondering why you were saying that when you were in that guy's form.
Thank you.
Well, homie was also a large Githyanki, so.
Yeah.
Just this little Rygar chick just assumed that you were with the delivery crew, isn't quite certain who you are. So you're gonna get away with it pretty easily. The Rygar are basically foot soldiers.
Yeah.
She writes down a name and an office number. Orwin Talimsek. Here's his office number up in that large building.
Perfect. Thank you.
Beware. Be nice to his secretary. You'll get nowhere without it.
So be nice to the girl in the front. She's the one in charge. Got it.
It's his wife.
So which one are you seducing, a secretary?
Antec's walking around with his fucking flap between his legs. So I feel like let him have a
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Bertha is here. I can't really be trying to seduce other women with Bertha
He
here.
literally has her pants open, so it's just dangling there.
Bertha
Like,
shoots you a jealous look.
Exactly.
I mean, we're not like really just like walking around with it, just like.
Look,
flapping
just
in the
because
wind.
I'm walking around, like, you know,
But
hanging out with my cock out, doesn't mean that I'm going to be
About
trying
this
to
time,
tap a
something that
secretary.
worries you, Larice, comes out of Bertha's mouth. Now, Hordling, come on.
What does Fordley mean?
A member of her horde.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck does Wordling mean? That always made me mad being called a Wordling. Like, I don't know if I should be offended.
The one and only object in this dragon's horde.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not offended then.
Look
Which
over.
also means very protective of you.
Look at the
Yeah,
little
I already knew that.
lunar dragon. So, you see how Mom is handling this.
You're not sure where the little dragon got the bit of meat it's chewing on.
I hope that's a rat.
Whoever you're chewing on, make sure to hide the bodies.
Given that there's no real uproar happening here, she got that bit of meat before you came in here.
I mean, I don't have anything missing, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Alright, so you're going to come with us for this one, dear. How would you like to meet some upper level executives? Mommy's going to say a couple of things that are really going to upset you for a second. I don't mean a damn one of them. But you need to come along. So, making sure that I'm shifted into the chief of acquisitions shape.
Mm-hmm.
I motion for her to climb up on my shoulders, and I'd assume he's much larger than the kangaroo form.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we to the higher ups office?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I've been ready to go for a while. I've just been waiting for everyone else.
D&D can sometimes play that way.
Right?
So, make our way to the office. Follow the directions that they write down.
It doesn't take but 10 minutes.
I represent.
That big building is like the first major building in the underground city.
Perfect.
We get to the office.
And before you, see a celestial woman. She's massive compared to the desk she sits at. She radiates almost raw power.
Nothing like asexy.
The ground beneath your feet starts to get hot. I need a constitution save.
What did they say her name was?
Doyla.
18.
Doylah. Doyla.
You got a what now?
18.
Cool. The ground's hot, but you're not jumping.
How you doing?
What's a place like you doing a girl like this?
I do not say that. I do not say that. That's all him. That does not come
Did
out of my
Antec
mouth.
say that? There's the
No,
question.
Antec did not say that in character.
There's a
no.
very, very prominent ring on her wedding finger. She
I'm
is
just
not
gonna-
trying to hide being a married woman.
I'm just gonna tell her, that's a beautiful ring. I gave my woman a diamond as well.
Smart man.
We can dig out.
Right?
I don't know many men that need to show off their manhood.
It didn't fit in the pants.
Yeah, it didn't fit in my pants.
I
My
had to
pants were
fix
too
his
tight.
pants. He was complaining and the whining was insufferable.
Men, how can I help you?
Well, acquisitions. The mercenary company that most recently delivered this afternoon has given us a opportunity for better products at a slightly higher price, something well within the affordable range.
All
The
right.
more apt to being operational.
The power cores actually being intact on half of the ships
That would be useful.
for 100 gold per hull.
All right.
And they were wondering if you would be interested in a freshly hatched brood of lunar dragons.
Oh, he'd be excited about that concept.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He'd be excited about that concept. Reaches
He
down. My husband reaches down, presses the button. Darling, Captain of Acquisitions is here. Apparently, the Gith have an offer for us. Should I send him and his party through? All right. You see the earpiece she's wearing, so all you heard was her side. And the door opens. And you realize you are now talking to the most important man in the entire city. This is the Grand Priest of the cult of Aesoka. You get the sense that he's an archmage.
Interesting.
Alright. So, our crew obviously came with us for this insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful news, sir. This group of mercenaries has come across a most delightful thing that they wanted to bring to our attention since we've been such good customers. And they'd really like to get it off their hands. They've come across a clutch of freshly hatched lunar dragons and are willing to, if we take them off of their hands, for 50 gold more per hull, give us at least half, at minimum, half of the cores working on the ships they deliver from now.
Alright. Now, what's your spellcasting difficulty?
18.
At this point, he's focusing in on you. And as an archmage, he does get a chance to... No, he does not see through your disguise.
Perfect.
Alright. Should bring this one along as a example? Or as an early deposit?
This one was an experiment by a member of their crew from a cracked egg. This would be faulty merchandise that they don't want going out.
She starts chewing on your leg.
Just kind of see what I mean.
We don't need them chewing on us, that's for sure.
Yes, more than
She
likely.
bites down hard enough to draw a little bit of blood. She got the idea.
Grab her by her neck.
You take
Ju-
1 point of damage.
Yeah, grab her by her neck just hard enough to make her squeal but not hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
We'll discuss this later, and I might be eating wormling.
You can hear a snicker as she tries to scowl at you.
Fortunately, they don't speak Draconic.
No. She got the idea. She understood the assignment.
So, they did say that they would need you to come sign the paperwork with the head of their mercenary band. Obviously, these are delivery people. They would never, ever, come on, bigwigs like you and them don't ever converse unless middle persons like us arrange these things. For security reasons, sir.
Alright.
As soon as I hear security reasons, I'm gonna be like, security!
Darling, cancel my meetings for the day. I'm going to be out signing some new contracts with the gift. Looks you right in your eye.
Wonderful. Keep deadpan the entire time. This is business. Fuck it. So, if you'll come right this way, we have a teleportation scroll set up that will deliver us directly to the location that we need to. I'm going to cast teleportation and picture the Mind Flayer's lair. And as I'm going to do this, I'm going to put into the back of their head, drop the mines, set the bombs, I'll be right back.
He steps right on through, and you hear a very brief scream as your portal closes.
All right, gentlemen. Now, to deal with the secretary.
Okay.
She's been watching from the door, and while she was very loyal to being married, she saw the whole thing go down and...
Tech it.
Fourth fucking husband this century.
My deepest condolences. He was in over his head.
Clearly. And too
I like that
stupid to
question.
tell a fucking kanku apart.
Do us a favor, love. Get your intelligent self the hell out of this cult. It's about to go really bad. And I start setting those aerosol mines to aim out the windows at the top of the tower.
Do get yourself the books in his drawer.
Books.
Aye.
I'm gonna grab the books and the ring that she threw on the floor.
Yeah, that ring's gotta be worth something. That was a rock.
Grab the books.
Yeah, well that was dragon forged diamond.
Do you need to teleport out?
Oh no.
Dragon Forge diamond ring.
Alright,
You might
she's
wanna
out of
ask-
here.
you might wanna
She was
ask
only
her
down here
what
because she
setting
married
it
the
was.
guy who ran the place.
Dragon Force
She's
what?
way bigger than you
Dragon
are.
Forge
diamond, but you might want to ask what the setting was.
Setting.
Yeah, as in, like, was it 14 karat gold? The metal itself, was it?
It was not a metal ring.
Okay.
The material for the outer band was true fire obsidian.
Okay. There you go.
It glitters and it's dark and it shines and it's perfect. But meh, not worth anything to me now. Fourth fucking husband this century.
Well, that's a good 25 years of pop.
Huh?
He's having
Angry at the die thing.
I'm having an OCD moment, sorry.
It just looked like you snatched a bug.
Nope, it was D6. Close enough, though. Alright,
Yeah.
so, shall we to the bombs and the mushrooms growing and the, well...
Alright, I think since we're here, is there anything else that we need to do?
Actually, let's see how many more we can get. Go ahead and set the bombs. I'm going to go look through his things for a roster.
Can't you take the appearance of her husband and
Yes.
pretend to be him, and then call them all in?
One
So
at
they're
a
all in
time,
one
and
location?
poof, and poof.
You find a roster that has a list of the high-ranking paladins, the high-ranking clerics, those who would be important spellcasters in the major fight they believe is coming.
You should put a portal on the floor and call a meeting.
I can only move 6 at a time. If we use a teleportation scroll, we can just.
How long does the teleportation scroll last?
It's 6 seconds for anybody who's touching the caster when they go through, or connected to them physically.
Within 6 at a time. Okay, first off, all the cats, everybody brought you, put all your scrolls on the desk. Okay, you're gonna pile all the scrolls on the desk. Then you're gonna switch forms, call 6 in at a time, do like a little prayer circle. It's a cult.
Yes. That works wonderfully.
Yeah.
So, going to send a message out through the cult. Like, what kind of communication do they have?
It's a mind link, and you do receive his mind link as soon as you take his form, because for some reason the hive mind couldn't tell the difference. I rolled.
Hmm.
So I think basically you just go through this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You come to my office right now.
Oh, look, another nat 1 for it. It still can't tell the difference between you and him.
Lovely. Perfect. So,
Pass me Juller's eye. Please.
I will be holding private prayer sessions for the following groups of 6 ranking officials to culminate our soon victory over those who have vanquished our great goddess. Long may she reign, and may her parents burn in the astral sea for their transgressions.
It does not take long before great paladins, folk you would not want to fight with if you had the option, start appearing in the meeting room.
Quietly cast sending to the mercenary leader. And send them. I will be dropping off large amounts of very high-level cult of Aesoka members. I want their pendants. They need to be delivered to this place that you hate to go. You will be compensated for your inconvenience. Price negotiable upon completion at your setting.
Do you specify that the pendants need to be in the wearer's blood?
Yes,
Okay.
after the old woman is done with them. You might want to stick around. P.S. You might want to stick around for the intel, even though I know why you don't like her.
She just gives us the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, it's more than that, honey.
That's funny.
What's the one thing that makes a gith crawl?
The thing that is not cake. She's too diminutive. She just makes your skin crawl being around her.
Tell that to the head of the cult of Aesoka that I just sent to her door. She ain't that diminutive. Just stick in the room when she gets the information for me.
All right. Mind ward. Don't care. That is not an illicit. Not a cake. Good.
No, I'm getting a gift to feed an illithid. Willingly, for money. And this is why chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first 6 show up. Paladins. Gentlemen. Good afternoon. And ladies, I'm sorry, it's hard to tell with that armor. It erases form, dears. Okay.
I was gonna say, and this will be, as the first 6 arrive is where we're going to pause until next month.
Oh. So you do realize that illithid is going to keep them alive for us to interrogate and ask our questions, and it's just
I was going to
imprisoning.
say, as a good starting point for you being a DM, you could make it to where all of them go through, and then start it off as
The bombs going
the
on.
bombs going off, and the interrogation, and all of that.
I want to give Larisse some planning time.
No, I want to see what the other two come up with for planning time. They're better at torture than me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got to pick up the small one.
I know.
But hey, and now I don't have to worry about the small one giving any problems until after I pick them up.
So hot.
Right?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
I am not.
Thank you so much for watching.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Things are getting interesting. This is getting odd.
Oh, and by the way, so another thing that happened recently is so that way the entire group wasn't, left empty-handed. I went ahead and wrote up an entire recipe of my dip and gave it to everybody in the group, so while I'm gone, they can either, play around with it, make it as good, or, possibly make it better. Either way, it'd be cool, and it gives them something to do while I'm gone.
And, well, I might post the recipe in the community if you're cool with it.
That's fine.
Pudgy's D&D dip.
Right? Well, like, share, and subscribe. Live long and prosper.
And bye.
Love,
Bye.
peace, and check-in, great. Woo! Grease.